Are you going to ask? Oh, this is Barb.
Barb, I have a question for you. This is David.
Hey, David.
What does it mean to love unconditionally? It's a big question.
It is. That is a
How
huge question.
do you do this? This is ridiculous. How do you do this?
I can only speak from my experience. I just want to claim that at the beginning here. And I'm open to hearing other people's perception of what unconditional love is. And to start that, unconditional love for me means loving without expectations. Well, we all hear that. It's quoted a lot, all that fun stuff. What does that really mean on a day-to-day basis, really? So for me, loving unconditionally is accepting people right where they're at without having a tie or a belief to that connection and how it has to look. Once I have a perception of what I think it has to be, then I'm not loving unconditionally. I'm loving with a condition. It can be very soft or very big, small or big. How about you?
Well, I really think it is meeting a person right where they're at. I think that that's really the only true form of love. And if you ever meet someone that like you've always wanted to meet, you are inspired by, it's like you're not meeting them to see, okay, I wonder what they're going to say that I don't like.
Yeah.
Like you're meeting them to hear what they have to say and everything that they say. If they say something that could be a little sideways, you're going to find a way to automatically spin that in your brain where it's positive.
Right. That's
So,
human nature. Yeah.
so I think you just have to have a genuine desire to love and accept and honor that person and withhold any judgment as to what they're saying and why they're saying it. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Yeah. And what's spinning through my brain as you're speaking is unconditional love actually. We can only give it to as much really as that we have for ourselves, and that's where it lies, is in loving yourself unconditionally, meaning giving yourself grace and forgiveness and all those beautiful things that we talk about giving to others. If we can't give that to ourselves, then we're limited in giving it to others. I'm not saying you can't do it at all, but it's limited because your perception of that is small in your belief.
Yeah.
So I would say unconditional love in the sense of and another connection, meaning I don't know why we always say another connection. Another connection is us, right? So when we always talk about ourselves in third person, so who's that other person, right? So we're talking about that, the soul of our seed or the seed of our soul or whatever it's called, when we speak to ourselves. So that's what I think about, because if I can't unconditionally love and give all those values and virtues that I talk about showing up for others, you need to show up for yourself as
Yeah.
well.
Well,
Uh,
I remember a mentor saying to me, uh, if you ever find someone that you find disagreeable, that you dislike, pay
mhm,
attention to what that quality is, because
mhm.
you might have that very quality.
Oh,
And
you have that quality. If you don't like it, then you have it. That's what I know for me. So I absolutely know for a fact if I don't like something in someone, or I don't know if not like, but it like rubs me. I'm just like, and it's because it's bringing it to the forefront of that part of me, and
Mhm.
I'm not accepting but judgmental of myself. So it makes me judgmental of others.
Yeah. So really, the answer to what does it mean to love unconditionally? It means you love yourself.
Yeah, it starts there because we can only give what we have or know. It's very difficult to give something you don't know how to do. Um, and I don't know why this is popping in my head. I don't know if it's inappropriate, but it's always like somebody asked a virgin, well, don't you miss sex? And she goes, how do you miss something you don't know what it is? And
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. If you have no knowledge or no experience of something, then you can guess all you want. You can read about it, but it's not the same as experiencing it mind, body, and soul and believing it one way, but knowing the truth of what it is for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm really curious for the viewers. I'd love to hear from them. What does it mean to love unconditionally? Because this is like so many different years of experience, so many different types of and levels of maturity. Like I'm so curious what people will share.
Right.
I love it. I really do.
Right.
Is there one thing that you'd like to share before we sign off, just on maybe one hint or one little habit or routine that has helped you love unconditionally?
There's two things actually. One is get comfortable with saying no. It's an absolute loving response. And then two, you can't do you wrong. I can't beat that into people's head, enough. You cannot do it wrong. Just show up and go.
Yeah,
Don't be, I mean, I get it's scary, but growing is scary sometimes. So we have to make our unknown our known so we can stretch more. So go for it.
I love it. What a wonderful way to sign off. Barb, as usual, I really appreciate your candor and just sharing parts of you that most people wouldn't know, and now we get to.
Right. And if you have any questions, I'm open. I'm an open book. And if I don't want to answer it, I won't. And I'll let you know. There's very few questions I won't answer, but there's might be one or two.
Okay, well, thank you for your time today.
Okay. Have a good one. Peace.